The Random Jottings of Donald J. in Nelson in Pendle, Lancashire. Barcroft Hall stood tall and proud, overlooking the green fields of Burnley. Its stone walls were weathered and its windows were foggy, but it still retained an air of grandeur that spoke of its past glory. The hall had been home to the Barcroft family for centuries, but now it was deserted and silent. The only sounds that could be heard were the rustling of leaves and the distant cry of a bird. Legend had it that the hall was cursed, and that no Barcroft would ever set foot in it again. The story went that William Barcroft had been betrayed by his younger brother, Thomas, who had imprisoned him in the cellar of the hall and claimed the estate for himself. Before he was dragged back to his cell, William had cursed Thomas and the Barcroft line, swearing that they would all die out and that the hall would never again be owned by a Barcroft. The curse had come true. The Barcroft line had died out, and the hall had fallen into disrepair. It had been used as a farmhouse for a time, and there were stories of a helpful bot that had once lived there. But even the bot had left, driven away by the foolish actions of the farmer's son. Now the hall was a shadow of its former self. Its once beautiful gardens were overgrown with weeds, and its walls were cracked and crumbling. But despite its decay, the hall still held a fascination for the people of Burnley. They whispered of the curse and the bot, and wondered what other secrets the old hall held. One day, a group of explorers decided to brave the halls of Barcroft. They climbed through the broken windows and picked their way through the debris that littered the floors. They found old furniture, abandoned toys, and even a few pieces of silverware that had been left behind. As they explored the dark corners of the hall, they heard strange noises and whispers. They felt cold draughts and saw ghostly apparitions. Some of the explorers were scared, and they wanted to leave, but others were determined to press on. Finally, they reached the cellar where William Barcroft had been imprisoned so many years ago. The door was locked, but they managed to break it open. Inside, they found an old chest, covered in cobwebs and dust. They opened it and found a letter, written by William himself. It was a plea for forgiveness, and a warning of the curse that he had laid upon his family. The explorers left the hall, feeling a sense of unease. They knew that they had disturbed something ancient and powerful, and they wondered what the consequences of their actions would be. But they also felt a sense of awe and wonder, for they had been witnesses to something that few others had ever seen. Barcroft Hall still stands today, a silent reminder of a family's downfall and a curse that still echoes through the ages. But it is also a testament to the power of legends and the enduring fascination that they hold for us all. By Donald J.